guys, welcome to our Sonic Riders commentary. I'm taking over for the Babylon story.
Thank you, Bean. So glad to have you here. I've been such a...
Wait, Bean? Don't compare me to that obnoxious Deadpool knockoff.
Oh, hey. Wow, Eggman's pretty fast moving.
I know, right?
Hey, boss.
So yeah,
Got some major trouble.
this is pretty much Sonic Riders from the Babylon's perspective, which is appreciated because they didn't get much screen time in the Sonic story.
Alright. Also interesting that,
What's this?
also kind of fun that you have to unlock this, but it's pretty good.
Is this?
Well, you gotta work for it.
That's when I took over things for my father.
We never do meet the father, by the way.
So,
Well, you see the picture
Jet
of him
is-
up there.
I wonder. Could
Oh,
it be
yeah.
true? Could our ancestors have
So-
left behind hidden
So
treasures
Jet
which
is
just
the new,
waiting to
like,
be
second in
discovered?
command, now new leader of the Babylon Rogues.
I want to point out that when he
Oh.
said, waiting to
You
be
get your
discovered,
crazy little
he
hands on
temporarily
this. You'll
broke into his
probably
Knuckles
use it in
voice
some
right there.
Crazy experiment
Yeah,
of yours.
kind of.
Oh, come on. I only want to look at it.
You always say you only want this and that.
So how do you
Remember
think?
the
How well do you
teachings
think they
of our
work together?
ancestors. Be careful
They
what
work
you
about as
ask
well as
for.
Team Dark, in my
Ultimately,
opinion.
You'll only get
Pretty much.
true wishes.
Oh, be quiet.
Ooh.
Why'd you burst in here anyway?
It doesn't seem. I mean, they don't seem as.
Salad? No.
They seem a.
Someone called
No.
Eggman wants to speak
Oh.
to you.
He told me that he has an
I mean, it's a
interesting
little-
proposition for you.
Stop interrupting. Knock it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the differences to work out. Also, hey, man,
Oh, I guess he's
I
boarding.
heard you wanted to see me.
he already did board.
Yeah.
God, look how tall he is, but compared to them.
Wow.
Well, to be fair, Eggman's always been tall.
Oh, I know, but honestly, this is the tallest I've ever seen him in the franchise.
I forgot how much legs for days he had.
I mean, granted, he's also pretty fucking tall in the Mario and Sonic games. Like, I think he literally just outranks Bowser by a few inches.
Whoops.
I'm more so astonished by how much he grew his mustache out. Like, devil damn, those things can land their own plane.
Tell me about it.
Those things could fly a plane.
You know what? Now
I
that
can
gives
just,
me the
I can just
image
imagine it now.
of-
He used. Good.
You're probably thinking the same thing I'm thinking, but like, you know how like Tails uses his tails to fly? Eggman does that with his mustache.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
with his nose being long enough to be the tip of a plane, he almost has. All he needs is the rudder.
Are you saying the Babylon rogues aren't capable
Also,
of
what was I saying earlier? These guys don't look. I mean, I feel like Team Dark is less dysfunctional. They just need to learn a bit more, and
and said to be the fastest creature on Earth.
he is. Not, why are you saying said to be? He has, and has proven it to you multiple times in order to beat you.
Well, that's what they say, but in actual reality, I've actually been able to outrun him several games already.
That is true, Sonic 1.
Well, not
And
1,
three.
just 2 and 3.
Also, beaks don't work that way.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true.
So, Sonic, what you're made of. Hype, get the Sonic Heroes soundtrack on the double.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I noticed that billboard that has, like, a render of Sonic from Heroes, and if you look closely, like, the little screenshot that's next to it is actually from Emerald Coast from Adventure 1.
Interesting.
Also, I just realized we're replaying the CG and the intro to Heroes Team.
Yeah, we're pretty much playing through the games version of the intro cutscene, and well, I mean, it's pretty obvious that what we're playing here is pretty much the Babylon version of Metal City.
Yeah.
So all of theirs take place at night?
It takes place at night. I think parts of the intro stage have changed, though otherwise it's mostly identical.
Wow. As Storm said, who cares?
Oh, if only Storm only came through earlier, I wouldn't have had to worry about that.
Yeah.
Rather, that perversion of physics.
See, my whole problem with drifting is I always overshoot it a bit, and James is looking a little bit rusty in this part. Oh, geez.
Well, kind of, but at the same time, the Babylon story mode is significantly harder than Team Sonic's.
It
Yeah.
is, yes.
Okay. Also,
It's just one of those things you really gotta
Should've
adjust
shifted
to.
over. Also, I was thinking on, and I think a reason why Sonic could still be faster than Jet is because Sonic is more used to like doing his whole running
look, the
stuff.
lightning
Like
shield's back.
Sonic, yeah, Yeah.
Oh
So-
yeah, I love those.
In
magnetic.
fact, actually, I
but
don't think we really touched upon that during this Team Sonic playthrough.
Oh yeah, the items.
Not
Yeah,
dissimilar
go ahead.
to
I
like
feel
Mario
that.
Kart and whatnot. You have like item capsules throughout the races, and yeah, they're very much like power-ups. They can give you rings, which will help you level up. They have the speed shoes. They have the lightning shield that we shown earlier, and that's also how you get that ball of chain that you see
Whoa.
sometimes.
Whoa, hello, he grew a
And
wing.
his attack is a feather.
Yep, he has a feather, and well, if you power him up at full, he uses 2 feathers.
And when you power him up
Yes.
at max, he just sneezes on you.
No. Oh
No,
that's the default.
Yeah,
attack.
that's level
No, that's
1.
the default one.
Ow.
That's
That's
very good.
something I've noticed. That's something I noticed with all the characters. Like when you
just
use
scream.
their default attack, they literally just either their heads enlarge and they either scream at you or sneeze at you or spook you silly like Sonic does.
Whoop.
Careful.
It's kind of
Will
funny. Like,
will this be the first time I run out of my air? Not quite.
Do a trick. Do a trick.
nope.
There
you
you
go.
go.
And I do kind
And
of
then,
find
yeah,
funny
rotate
with,
like crazy.
the hand enlargement because when Knuckles does it, he roars. And they actually like have a line roar playing.
They're like,
Yeah.
"Rah!" But yeah, what was it? I could see how Sonic could still be faster than Jet because being so fast, Sonic understands aerodynamics a lot. Like knows how to work with the wind and stuff.
Or at the very least, can adjust to it pretty quickly.
Well, what was that mission mode?
Sonic Riders does have a mission mode where
I get it.
basically
okay?
they try to
Just
label them
close,
off
and
as
that's
like
good enough
little
for me.
agendas for both Wave and Storm. Though you don't actually play as them, you actually play as everyone else.
Sorry, but it's
Yeah.
just too
You can think of it kind of like a recon,
Oh, and here's the
either
here's the
recon
plan.
or just the characters just fumbling with whatever plans they were having. They do a
Yeah.
similar case with Zero Gravity where Eggman's pretty much examining them.
This
And
isn't half bad for an amateur.
aw,
Still, you can never be too careful.
And that's where she put the thing.
Uh-huh.
And of course, fake your true opinion and just scoff at them.
Well,
Yeah.
I never imagined anyone would
And
and
it's
hope
kinda
to God
like-
that and then hope to God that with someone as meticulous as Tails, hope that he doesn't perform an inspection on his own freaking board to notice that there is
Well, that's Sonic's
clearly
board.
a new thing done now. Oh well, then Sonic's idiot.
Oh, that girl! Who does she
To be fair, I think Tails made that board for him.
And now time for the only time Amy is significant in the story.
Oh,
Yep.
we're
You don't
actually-
get to play as her, you get to fight against her, which is, in my opinion, but I think that's
You know, it is funny because, like, I mean, you say she's significant, but she's just a typical AI rival, who's not that
Well,
much better than the robots that are like right
Well, my
beside her.
point is that like she's at least taking some part of the gameplay, whereas in everything else she's just kind of sitting there and looking air quotes pretty in the cutscenes.
yeah.
Also,
And she's
I will say in Amy's defense though, for Zero Gravity they do actually have one stage where you play as Amy in her traditional red dress, for that matter, which is like
Yeah?
the only time in the series where you
Whoa.
actually get to do that.
Huh, interesting.
Okay. Also, one question that just was coming to mind while I'm watching all this is, do you have a favorite character to play as?
I mean, honestly, I'm pretty varied when it comes to my character choices. Like, I usually stick to the regulars, like Sonic or Tails or Knuckles, I guess, or on the occasion the Sega-themed characters.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
For me,
Also, I
don't
do
have a-
remember playing. I do remember when I first got this game. I think I did play as Shadow quite a bit.
I remember liking Shadow and his moveset with the little air shoes and the air
Part of me likes
speakers.
using Eggman now, even though he's kind of limited compared to the rest of the characters.
scooter
Again, he
bike.
only uses bikes, and he's I think his default extreme gear is a fucking gas hog.
yeah,
Or,
it
excuse me, an
basically-
air hog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually first off funny about the. Well, if you don't like his bike, you can always trade it out for another bike. Which that's also another thing I like to point out. Is like in addition to like the 3 different types of gears, you also have like you can have like various different gears for each of the characters, and some gears can actually like give you like additional attributes. Like say for example with Eggman, he could have a bike that gives him speed attributes, so that way he can like plow through obstacles and grind on rails as well.
That's nice.
Oh yeah, that by the way, Eggman is a power type character, so he can literally smash through anything
He is
with
tough.
his bare
Yeah.
fists.
Oh, and one more
Yeah, it
Eggman
makes
thing.
sense.
One more Eggman
Yeah.
thing that I think I definitely want to hear Jordan's reaction of. Eggman's little attack, it kind of varies between like the different levels. At first he uses like a fan to attack enemies, then when you get to level 2 he uses like a boxing glove contraption, and then when you get to the third
That I
level,
did know.
and when you get to the third level, and I kid you not, he farts on enemies.
What?
That is canon.
Yeah, he does.
Why don't I remember that?
Probably because you blocked it out.
Remember, ladies, he's a feminist.
Apparently. Well, so is Knuckles.
Thank
but,
you
yeah.
for sharing, TM.
Oh, and I was also going to say, in terms of the Sega characters, this is the game that first introduced to me Samba. Like, I
Yeah.
never
Samba
heard of
de
it.
Eagle.
Yeah, he appears in this, Knights appears in this, yay. I think I does as well.
Yeah, I's in this, and
Aye, Ulala, and
oh yeah,
Samba
Ulala.
Or actually, no,
Ulala.
Samba's not in this game. He's in.
Yeah, Samba's in Zero Gravity.
Oh, okay, I was confused.
So this game is Ulala, Aye, and Knights.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then the next game you have Knights, Billy Hatcher, and Samba.
gotcha. Alright
Which, I
then.
mean, at least it's nice to know that Knights gets more than one appearance in this franchise.
Speaking-
Shame they didn't do the same with Free Riders, but then again, nobody likes Free Riders.
Which, speaking of, yes, I am still in the midst, I'm almost done recording another Knights thing.
Sorry.
Take your
Knock!
time. It's okay. Oh,
Do, do, do,
The
do.
red dude beat me in the race.
Yeah, Knuckles did.
And he literally yelled in my ear, too! I can still hear the ringing!
baby.
Boss, it wasn't my fault.
Oh, yeah, well,
let's see how you do with a red enchilada yelling in your ear. Special type of gear.
It's too saucy for my
That
liking!
you lost because of my gear? No one
Uh-oh,
can tune
someone's
it
got an
the way
ego.
I can.
Oh boy.
Accepted, but
Honestly,
It's not the
it's
point.
funny. It's like I
Your
think
skills
both
just
Storm
suck.
and Wave have like big egos. in
Did
this.
she say
Suck?
yes,
Yes, S-U-C-K. Did I stutter?
Remember, 4 kids.
I don't know why, but I love how they make
Now,
such a big
let's
deal
get
out of the
down to
word
business.
suck.
It used to be quite a big deal, apparently.
Gotta be hiding
Well, at
something.
least
I
they
remember
weren't
that
so
that
stupid.
word actually got
I don't
censored in a
like
Pink
secrets,
song.
So I've got a job for you, Storm.
Yeah, you got it, Sonic.
I want you
And you
to
know what?
sneak
It's
into
kind of funny,
Eggman's
like
base
to go
and
from
find
that
out
where they're
what
like
he's hiding there.
suck
Make sure you look
to
carefully.
the IDW series where
Hey,
apparently
before
Silver
you
actually
go.
says crap.
Bring something.
Yeah,
Oh
he does.
yeah, that
Don't
was
return
funny.
it all.
Yes, sir.
And off Storm goes.
You know, for Storm being pretty much being
Ow.
a typical big goof, I mean, he's at least competent in his role.
Yeah.
And then you got Jet, who's a big fucking
Oh.
who's pretty much a
Tantrum.
big crybaby.
Oof!
Oh! He
Yeah, he has a
kicked off
temper
his own
tantrum.
desk.
he has a temper tantrum.
now getting ready.
There's that music again I like.
Oh
Also,
goodness.
He's very irritable.
Also, what was it? Also, I feel like for Jet, all they gave them to work with. Nice.
Oh, that was
Whoa.
close.
Oh, jeez. That was pretty
Loki
good.
Burdick.
I was saying, I feel like the only voice direction they gave frickin' Jason was do Sonic with voice cracks.
No, basically what they asked him to do was just have him do his Usopp's voice.
Usopp.
Oh, really?
Ah,
From One Piece. Yeah, from One Piece.
I forgot about
The guy
that
with the big
voice.
nose.
I forgot he did it.
Crack now.
I forgot he. No, I know the guy. I know the guy. Wow. But yeah, I know the guy who I forget why they brought him. All I know is that he can use a slingshot, and that's it.
He's a master marksman.
That was it. Okay. Because like I'm trying to think. Like I know they brought.
Like I know
Zoro,
Nami was
wow,
like
the
photographer.
map. Yeah, cartographer Zolo. Sorry, not Zoro, because we don't want to. Zolo was the master swordsman.
I'm so sorry, but now that I think back on it, I can't think of hearing Solo anymore without thinking of Mega Man X6, where you, in that game, well, Final Boss is Sigma, go fucking figure, and he's pretty much in a zombie state, so he's like, he literally just says, just die, Zero, Zillo!
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember. Like they brought in Sanji because he's supposed to be the chef, right?
I think so.
They wanted the master chef just because they need. Just because you need food, and then I'm trying to remember who else. I think they
There was
brought.
Topper, who was the doctor.
Yeah, Topper's the medical doctor. Wait, okay, real quick. What was the whole thing with Topper? Why could he sometimes Hulk out?
Wait, Topper? You mean, Tony Joy Chopper? It's because of the Devil Fruit he ate.
Oh, so he'll just sometimes just become a massive Hulk deer.
Yeah, pretty much with that franchise. Any reason for any irregularities with their overall physiology is because of the fucking Devil Fruit.
Okay, there's that. Then
Whatever they
there
call
were-
them, the poor kids dub.
Yeah, it's Devil Fruit. Ouch.
I've seen that before.
That was
Me
interesting
neither.
sprite they used. So yeah, there's a devil fruit, and then what else? Then they got that one. Didn't I don't know. Okay, I don't know what. I do not know
Take
what.
this!
I do not know what strategic purpose this does, but didn't they get that that skeleton guy who looks like Danny
Brooke.
from Game
Oh,
Grumps
Brooke?
because
Yeah, Brooke. Yeah,
for
they
a
did.
bard,
I think so.
for a minstrel, like what did he do?
Honestly, by the time he came into the show, I was already done with One Piece.
Well, because like they keep adding members. I think they just now brought in like a fish person to join their team, which was a pretty big step considering. And then they have like an Oni demon kind of guy, and then I think
I
they
don't remember
just
the
now
Oni
added.
demon.
It was like red skin kind of thing. And then I think recently they added some bunny girl named Carrot or something like that. And then
Carrot?
yeah, I swear I think that's her.
Oh
or-
dear.
if I look it up later, but then she became a thing, and then you have Nico Robin. I forget what her. I know she can like make limbs
Well, I
appear.
know
but I
Nico
don't know-
Robin was
Multiple limbs,
was
yeah.
earlier compared to those other people you mentioned.
But just I'm trying.
Isn't she supposed to be the psychic or something?
Maybe or nice. But just in general, you're just like you start to come to this point of I feel like this is okay, figuratively and literally in terms of the writing department of that show. Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Too many cooks in the
Yeah.
kitchen, and their whole entire intent with that show is to literally make it last longer than, say, any other long-lasting show.
I would love if someone could. I would love if someone could actually take. Because bear in mind, for Jordy's sake, in case she hasn't seen, there are over 600 episodes of that anime.
Oh,
I
think there's more
believe
than that,
it. I
Oh,
believe it.
yeah. There was like 600 when I
And
was
to
back
think-
in high school. There's probably
Actually,
over
before
800
before we get into that topic, this is actually my favorite cutscene in the entire game.
Oh, I love this one too.
Yeah.
Beaks don't work that way.
sleepy.
Oh,
And meanwhile, somebody's
Aw.
stressed.
Yeah, I was about to say just real quick, James. You make that accusation about One Piece trying to be like the longest running anime. Meanwhile, Dragon Ball is just
Now
sitting in
sit
the
down
corner
and
going,
relax.
cute.
Chill, Wave.
Hang on.
really, Jet? How can you be so relaxed at a time like this?
It's easy.
Don't you see? As the leader, you've got responsibilities.
I was gonna
Some
make a
you
joke, but I kind of
understand,
missed the
but you
opportunity.
Yak, 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 yak.
She's going on a roll.
This is all we hear.
Huh?
Fast forward this part. In fact, never. Oh, goddamn it. In hindsight, I should do that.
Time for a little
Should.
fun.
You should do it right there. Anyway. Oh.
Sorry. So yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, let's just sneak away quietly. Let her ramble on.
Open your eyes and
And in conclusion, this is why I really need to see Chapter 5.
hi.
Hey, Jet!
Actually, I was more so
Come
thinking
back
like,
here.
and because of that,
now.
that's why the last digit of pi is.
Why do I even bother? Unless I take charge, nothing ever gets done here.
Yeah, you got that right.
At this point, she may as well be. But whatever the case, she just says, "Screw it, I'm going home."
So
Hey,
we're gonna
guys.
what's up?
Would you believe me if I said that Wave is actually 4 years older than Jet is?
No, I believe it. I'd buy it.
Seems to make the most sense.
No way I'm gonna
Yeah, she's 18 and he's 14.
Well, he is a cocky little shit, so I can believe it.
You know, it's
I used to think they were like close to the same age.
You know, considering the way the cutscene ended, and since it's kind of like contrasting with like the Sonic campaign, you'd think you would be able to play as Wave in this mission.
Yeah, I would figure that would be the case too, but I think they just wanted to make it do it this way so that like the entire events of Babylon Rogue's story stays in line with how the hero story is canon.
Oh,
this
there's
is
the white
Like the
different.
fact
centipede.
that, like, you know, how Storm loses the third race, and, well, Jet, well, spoiler warnings, Jet still loses the last race.
Yes.
Yeah.
They just want to keep everything in line, so, I mean, I'll give them kudos for that, because that does make make perfect sense.
Oh,
Wait,
geez.
wait a minute.
See,
You said that Jet
what do you
loses the
mean
last
Sonic?
race, but that can't be the case, because otherwise how would Babylon Gardens be up in the air?
Right, it'd be Sonic.
No, I
involved.
said
No,
the
no,
last,
no, the very last
race,
race.
not the last race.
Oh, the previous race, not the. Okay,
Okay, well you should have
I
said
understand
previous.
I'm understanding it now. Anywho,
Sorry.
Okay.
Anywho's, as I was saying, the issue with the joke I was gonna make about that is that I would love if someone could actually if someone could take apart the One Piece series and look at how many episodes there were and thus how long it should take to watch it like on a marathon, and then calculate how far around the world could you actually physically sail in the amount of time that they've been faffing about in all these filler
Well,
episodes
it really
and all
takes
of One
into,
Piece.
well, you also gotta take into account how long they stay in each place.
That is fair, but just in general, the fact that the sea cannot be that big.
And you also have
And there
It's
cannot
low
be
on
the fact that they
low on
probably
the Grand
backtracked
Line.
places.
Also, it's like What else was oh, crap! That's why I have to jump at those dividers.
You know, I'm not gonna blame him. That's a tricky trick to make.
It
yeah,
is.
because you have to time your
tricky
lands and jumps and they.
Ah, bless
Oh,
you.
what the?
Whoa.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
What's
I'll
happening?
take it.
I'm scared. Oh, okay.
I mean, I'll admit I looked out there, but still, like, what the fuck?
We're in first. I'll take it. Jump on that. Aww.
Ah. Oh no, the ball and chain.
So.
Jen has finally been confined, and well, sentenced
you
to
don't-
death.
You do not have to make his loss that much canon.
I know, right?
Still win this somehow. The indie melon Japan.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
I mean, that's the other thing is that you could look at One Piece and like I think there's a problem when like fans of the show can say, yeah, you can skip these next 60 episodes and you will miss nothing.
Well, to be fair, you can say that about a lot of shows and episodes to skip.
I will argue that I like at least 3 anime like currently this year, and not one of them has more episodes than even 15 episodes. So, arguing your point with true math hype, it is impossible to have 60 plus episodes of filler in a series that doesn't even pass 20.
Sad, but anyway, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for the finale.
All right, I
Bye-bye.
promise less nerding out then.